27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. A very good Monday morning to each and every one of you. Yeah, each and every one of us thanking God for being on the Wake Up list this morning. Not because we are good, but because He is merciful, right? Yeah. How do you do? How do you do? Hi, Lauren, seeing you. My weekend was really quiet. Yeah, as always. You know, I had to be fighting the FLU, the flu, you know, so yeah, it was relatively restful, you know. Yep. But nonetheless, all is good. Lauren, I hope you're doing fine, you and the entire home circle, yep.
Science. And I know, Lord, that you could make them an example. Just like you did to Saul in the Bible. And my soul cries out to you, Father. My soul cries out to you. My soul cries out before I open my mouth.
We're already experiencing a slight little glitch here with the live, but nonetheless.
Save your people.
We're good. Yeah, we are really good this morning as always. Mildred Smith, good morning. Monica Miros Williams. Well, of course, Yulin is with us. Jillian is also with us as always. A good day to have a good day. In a good way. Pastor Newton. 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good morning to all the drivers of the nation. The roads are wet, right? Traction might be a problem. Please drive with due care and attention. I will give you a weather forecast during the newscast so you know exactly how the weather is today. Yesterday was just overcast like crazy, man. Yeah, it was, you know.
Father, the way you operate,
25 minutes on to.
yes, it moves me. Your arms are wide open.
Lovely.
And for some
Cadet Raquel. Or Raquel Cadet. Says have a wonderful day. May God bless you and your friend and the family today. Yep.
it's free for
Same to you, man. Yulin, how are you doing?
confess the sins
Hope all is well.
you have saved.
Let's head into the word of the day. The word of the day today, that word is fortuitous. 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 Fortuitous.
My soul cries out to you. My soul
And it means happening by chance, often in a fortunate way.
out, Father.
Eggies, good morning.
My soul cries
You and Chief.
out before my rest come out. My soul cries out. Let it
Having sympathy on
fall on you.
Coltier and Dwayne.
Oh Lord, let this be a
You know, we got to do some training with those guys. You know what I'm saying, Aggies? Cruz, good morning, bro. Peck and the family. Here's how we can use a word in a sentence. The fortuitous encounter led to a lifelong friendship.
My soul cry out,
Yeah, it happened by chance, and it was a very fortunate event.
cries out in praise.
So it led to a lifelong friendship.
Father, my soul cries out.
Yeah.
My soul
27 minutes, or 23 minutes rather,
I open
on to the 7 o'clock hour.
out. Father,
Good morning to the folks inside of Munich in St. Andrew. I've got to say Munich, you know. Munich is my home city,
before me
my home village. That's where my, you know, my real
let this be
roots are. That's where my mom is from. So reaching out and saying good morning to the Maxwin family out there.
for us to draw near.
It is often said all Maxwins are related.
That this is the
And the Josephs, yeah? Nice.
and in our hearts let there be
To all the Maxwins, all the Josephs, good morning.
holy. My
Auntie Elsa and Trevs, long time no see. Zuri and Zavi,
yeah.
all they good.
My soul cry out,
Uncle Glidan,
cries out.
Glidan Christopher.
Yeah. My soul cry out.
Oh, it's a good day to have a good day in a good way. Yeah, somebody's gonna dance. Salisbury Road, good morning. Huh?
Holy Spirit, take my soul. Holy Spirit, fill my soul. Holy my soul. Hi-ya. Let the birds and the beasts sing. Sing praise to the King of Kings. Oh, let the heaven and earth them sing. All the angels like to read. From the land of the sinking sun. Come away, children. From the land of the sinking sun. Come away. From the land of the sinking sun. Come away, children. From the land of the sinking sun. Spirit, take
Sylvina Charles, good morning.
place.
Reverend Samuel Caesar, good morning from the Southern Grenadines.
Like your
I'm still going to say good morning to home, right? East Flatbush, New York,
promise, feel my
and the Crossroads Radio family. Joanne Brathwaite Batson,
birds and the beasts.
Yulin Alexander, how you doing? Hope all is well, yeah? Nice.
Oh, let the heaven and earth them sing.
Nadisha, good morning to you and the folks in Cafe, Crowshoe, Pomrose, Mount Agnes. Morning, Esther, how you doing? You and your son, all you good? Cappy and the guys. Yep, Neil, good morning to you and the family, man. Abs and everybody.
My God is,
The motivational tip of the day is next.
my God is,
Here it comes. Start the day active.
my God is, my God is, my God is, my God is.
Exercise or stretch in the morning. Physical movement energizes your body and mind.
Away from temptation.
Yeah. Exercise physically. Not just wake up in the morning and start exercising your mouth.
Don't be the kings.
Well, yeah, you do a little mouth exercise by praying, and then you brush your mouth, brush your teeth. But physical exercise is stretching, and if you have the luxury of time, good morning to my early morning walkers. Mr. Regis and his partner always on the power walk. Saw Dr. Cecil Mitchell yesterday morning as well. Yeah, it's Cecil, right? Dr. Mitchell. Power in the walks. So important, yeah?
We are living in sin.
Nice.
Man, you know that.
What's buzzing this morning? Buzzing. Okay, this morning we've got some really nice stories. I like what I'm seeing. Grenada and the People's Republic of China to sign another technical agreement this week. Also in the region, 3 Caribbean countries eliminate mother-to-child transmissions of HIV and syphilis. Internationally, Israel launches major Gaza ground operation as truce talks continue. And in sports, a plea for more support for bodybuilders in Grenada. That and more. Anderson Peters did well. I think he placed a third in his opening for the season. So we've got these and more coming up in the AM edition of News, Sports, and the weather, which is coming up shortly. Yep.
My God is, 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 worthy to be praised. My God is, 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 worthy to be praised. Hey, let the birds and the beasts them sing. Hey, sing praise to the King of Kings. Hey, oh, let the heaven and earth.
Morning, Cecil, Cadet, and family. How you doing? I'm hoping all is well, right? Nice. It's the 19th day of May already. Yeah. Folks, I hope you're preparating yourselves, as Blossom would say. Good morning, Blossom, Alexis Welsh. Yeah, the hurricane season, the Atlantic hurricane season is upon us, and if you're observant, you would notice that, the weather patterns have changed. Yesterday was very cloudy. I was expecting major downpours, but it didn't come as planned, or as I thought, Good morning, Joe and Miss Annie, and Curtie and everybody, Daniel. Houston, the folks inside of Golf Course, good morning. Roger and the entire posse. Micah, good morning. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm committed to us?
She made me feel some measure of warmth, maybe even passion.
If I decide to do this, I'll be doing it for you, no one else.
Labukan presents Rivals, playing at Labukan Creative Center, GCNA Complex, all weekends in May, Saturdays 8 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m., and Deluxe Cinema Grenville, Saturday, June 7, 8 p.m. Tickets from Grenadian Optical, Labukan, St. Andrew's Pharmacy, and Go to Fit at $75. Sponsors Bryden and Miners Limited, Knights Auto, Sandals, GBN, Republic Bank, Trios Auto, Coop Bank, and Huggins. It's Rivals by Francis Uriah Peters. Don't you miss it.
You better come back, boy. You better come back.
Meet Mom. She's not just the wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast, and pack bags kind of mom. She also gets her fitness game on. Yeah, she's the don't let anyone forget anything kind of mom. At the same time, she's the runs her own business, clothes, and deals kind of mom, who finds time to get down and boogie with the kids after school, remodel the house, bake cake, host dinner, and even play her favorite game at the end of the day kind of mom. So let's celebrate Mom, because to us, she's so much more.
Hey parents, we all know children don't come with manuals, but you can step up your parenting game. Join the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Grenada National Council of the Disabled for an incredible series of community engagement. Discover essential topics like child abuse prevention, understanding discipline versus punishment, building healthy relationships, mastering parenting in the electronic era. Catch us in your community nightly from 6 to 8, starting in the community of River Sally on Monday, May 12th, at the River Sally Government School, Tuesday, May 13th, at the Mount Horn Community Center, Wednesday, May 14th, at the Willis Community Center, on Monday, May 19th, the Anglican Government School in the community of St. John, and in the community on St. David on Tuesday, May 20th, at the Ponderosa School. Enhance your parenting skills and create a brighter future for your children. Join us and step up today. Brought to you by the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Another technical agreement this week. In the region, 3 Caribbean countries eliminate mother-to-child transmissions of HIV and syphilis. Internationally, Israel launches major Gaza ground operation as truce talks continue. And in sports, a plea is out for more support for bodybuilders in Grenada. We've got the details of these and more after these messages.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Good morning. I am Gordon Josephine with the details. The government of Grenada will soon sign another technical cooperation agreement with China. This disclosure came from Chinese ambassador to Grenada, His Excellency Wei Hongshang, during a press briefing on Friday at the Chinese embassy. We have more in this report.
As I said, this year marks the 20th anniversary of the resumption of diplomatic ties between China and Grenada. So over the past 2 decades, China and Grenada have already signed 7 economic and technical cooperation. The last one was signed in January during a visit by PM Dick Mitchell to China. And as I mentioned, I'm going to sign another one next Tuesday with your government.
The ambassador did not disclose details surrounding this expected agreement. However, it was involved with grant funding from China for projects discussed and agreed upon between both parties.
Let me brief you on this, and I can assure you that certain projects are under consideration by the 2 governments. I'm not authorized to announce that before the consensus are reached by the 2 sides, but I assure you that as a good friend and good partner of Grenada, China will continue its support.
This will be the 15th cooperation agreement signed between the 2 governments in a matter of months. 14 agreements were signed between St. George's and Beijing on the visit of PM Mitchell to China in January 2025. His Excellency Wei, elaborating on China's cooperation with friends, partners, is based on mutual respect, mutual benefits, and equality. The ambassador notes that China provides different kinds of assistance based on the need and request of the individual country.
Usually we provide grant assistance, right? We provide zero interest loans. We provide soft loan or preferential loans. We provide commercial loan, which Grenada have not used commercial loan. And of course, we provide humanitarian assistance. We provide assistance in kinds and others. So, when China signed an economic and technical cooperation with a foreign country like Grenada, certainly we will provide a certain amount of grant assistance. Money is grant, not loan. So after the signing of this agreement, the 2 sides will come together to consult, to talk, to use this money provided by China to implement a certain project or projects. Okay. After that, the recipient countries like Grenada will put forward or submit a project proposal to China for study. Then China will launch the feasibility study. If this is feasible, and if the 2 sides reach consensus on this project, we will go ahead to implement this project.
Meanwhile, the Maurice Bishop International Airport expansion project will be delivered to the Grenadian government today. We have more in this report.
I said that next Monday we are going to hand over the upgrading project of the Mauritius Bishop International Airport to the Grenadian government. And on Tuesday morning, I'm going to sign another economic and technical cooperation with the Grenadian government. And China will provide another amount of grant assistance to Grenada for the political cooperation between the 2 countries.
Grenada and China signed a memorandum of understanding on jointly building the Belt and Road in September 2018. The Morris Bishop International Airport, the MBIA upgrade and expansion project, was financed by the Export-Import Bank of China under the BRI framework. The US $67 million project which was launched in October 2020, includes resurfacing of the existing runway and pavement of runway shoulders, construction of an aircraft turning bay, apron and taxi expansion, upgrading of the airfield lighting system, construction of two-way apron service lane, installation of 2 passenger boarding bridges and all relating pier works, remodeling the airside arrival area to accommodate the boarding bridges and the installation of elevators, escalators, and or stairways, and remodeling the forecourt roads outside the terminal, construction of the emergency office center. Ambassador Wei spoke of another project to be handed over next month.
The official visit to China by Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell in January this year was a new milestone in our bilateral relations. During his visit, 14 cooperation documents were signed covering economic and technical cooperation, trade, agriculture, green development, blue economy, culture and local exchanges, media. Currently, the two sides are working closely to carry out the outcome of the visit.
And finally, on the local scene, representatives from the University of Michigan School of Public Health Action Support Team FAST on Friday presented the findings following their one-week evaluation of Grenada's readiness to support access for persons with disabilities across public service and sectors. The team evaluated facilities, services, and policies for alignment with disability access standards, identified barriers to accessibility in healthcare, education, employment, and infrastructure, engaged the stakeholders to understand perceptions and policy gaps, and more. Such collaborations provided an important opportunity to engage directly with national stakeholders and inform the development of disability-inclusive policies and programs. Persons with disabilities in Grenada experience systemic disparities across several key areas, including education, employment, healthcare, and access to public infrastructure. Accessibility barriers, policy and implementing guidelines, stigma and awareness, economic constraints, and government readiness were key strategies focused on. That concludes the local segment of news. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they're straight ahead. In the region, the Pan American Health Organization PAHO says 3 Caribbean countries have eliminated mother-to-child transmissions of HIV and syphilis. Belize, Jamaica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines eliminated mother-to-child transmission of HIV and syphilis. That's according to PAHO's 2024 annual report documenting its work to strengthen health security across the Americas amid infectious disease outbreaks. PAHO said that there had been a notable progress with the disease elimination initiative in those countries. The report, which also examined the region's heavy reliance on imported vaccines and pharmaceuticals and persistent systemic inequities, noted that PAHO's regional revolving funds facilitated access to 224 million vaccine doses and delivered 5 million treatments, reinforcing immunization programs and overall public health capacity. It said that the strategy on epidemic intelligence 2024 to 2029, the first of its kind globally, strengthened early warning systems. Meanwhile, a digital transformation in the health sector, backed by over $900 million in loans from the IDB, reached 20 countries. Looking further afield, authorities in New York are investigating the site where a Mexican sailing ship struck the Brooklyn Bridge for clues about how the fatal collision occurred. 2 people on board were killed and at least 19 others were injured when the Mexican Navy training ship crashed into the bridge on Saturday night. Police said early investigations showed the ship had lost power before the collision. A video showed the ship's 3 small masts crumbling as horrified onlookers watched from the shore. It's not clear how the vessel came to approach the bridge, which authorities confirmed was not damaged by the strike. It had reopened to traffic late on Saturday. Police said the ship had a 48.2 meter mast height, while the bridge had a 4.1 meter clearance at its center. According to the New York Transport Department's website, responders were able to remove at least 27 people from the ship for treatment, while all 277 personnel on the ship were accounted for, said the New York fire authorities. The ship lost all 3 masts and has been moved to a nearby pier for investigation. And finally, Israel's military says it has begun extensive ground operations throughout Gaza and issued an evacuation order on Sunday evening for several areas it warned would face imminent attacks. The Israeli Defense Force, the IDF, launched strikes on sites including a hospital in northern Gaza on Sunday as part of a new offensive called Operation Gideon's Chariot. Israel said it aims to free hostages held in Gaza and defeat Hamas. Strikes have hit the northern city of Khan Yunis as well as towns in the north of Gaza, including Beit Lahia and the Jabalia refugee camp, rescuers said. At least 67 people have been killed and 361 injured in Gaza in the last 24 hours, the Hamas-run health ministry said. The Civil Defense, Gaza's main emergency service, said the Al-Mawasi camp in the south where displaced people had been sheltering, was also attacked overnight on Saturday, leading to 22 deaths and 100 people being injured. The camp had previously been designated as a safe zone. That's the regional and international news, folks. The sporting weather are straight ahead. The sporting news are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Bodybuilding dominates this morning as we have the Grenadian athletes who recently dominated the 2025 Roger Boys Classic held at the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium in Barbados. The team was recognized last Friday with a welcome home ceremony at the Olympic House in Grandance, St. George. The team delivered an outstanding performance with top 3 finishes and walking away with the IFBB Pro cards and 2 semi-pro cards, cementing Grenada's growing reputation as a bodybuilding powerhouse in the region. President of the Grenada Bodybuilding Association, Weightlifting and Fitness Federation, Cecil Mitchell, said he's filled with a sense of pride and joy at the success they've achieved.
Now, what's next is a question that everyone will be asking. What's next? So in September, we have our Caribbean and Central American Championships. So the gentlemen that would have just won their pro cards, no, they're at another level now. So they would not be able to represent in those competitions. So now we have to look for professional shows for these guys. They are on the next level. right? And I'm sure that they will do Grenada proud. But Mr. Cato, Kevin, Will, and Hyacinth, they will be traveling to the CAC Championship in St. Lucia in September, provided we get the same assistance that we always get from the Ministry of Sport, who would always cover their air tickets and their accommodation. I would like to
Mitchell is calling for more support for bodybuilders in Grenada, citing the economic benefits.
Of course, that to supporting these guys once again in St. Lucia, and I know they'll be there with us again. Sometimes we would love to have a little bit more support from the Grenada Olympic Federation, and I'm also pushing that government and the Ministry of Sport, of course, stands some more behind bodybuilding, because what I've recently seen is that in Barbados, they would have just signed a partnership agreement with the International Federation of Bodybuilding. Now, what happens to these shows? I had a speech written, but I forgot I had a speech written. But what I've seen in Barbados recently is that with these events, you have hundreds of athletes and hundreds of IFBB officials coming in to Barbados for these events. Now, the hotels, maybe over 6 hotels are filled with tourists and people coming in for the event. So it actually does a lot for Grenada's economy and the tourism as well, because you have a lot of athletes and a lot of officials, coaches and whatnot coming in. So it's something we should look at a little bit more, because it does create that economic action, especially in the area of.
President of the Grenada Olympic Committee is Bernard Wilson.
You represented us well, and we thank you for that. We also look forward to those of you who have earned your professional cards, representing us even more on a global stage. You are our sport ambassadors. You are our ambassadors on the whole. You are role models for your upcoming bodybuilders. And I'd like to encourage you to continue to work hard, to continue to press on, and to continue flying our flag with pride.
That was Grenada Olympic Committee President Bernard Bernie Wilson. Grantley Charles secured first place in the men's physique category and claimed the overall winner title, earning an IFBB Pro card. Ronaldo Parks finished second place in the men's physique category and also awarded an IFBB Pro card. Kevin Frederick showcased incredible sportsmanship, winning first place in the classic bodybuilding open class and earning the overall winner title. He also placed second in the classic physique open class. Frederick also placed third in lightweight bodybuilding, earning a semi-pro card. Will Ino took home second place in the lightweight bodybuilding, also receiving a semi-pro card. Odell Cato finished third in the men's physique, rounding out a strong team showing. The team was coached by IFBB Pro Vaughn Francis and IFBB Pro Elite Damian Daniel, including coach Victor Williams. Also accompanying the team was Vaughn Francis, Victor Williams, and president of the Grenada Bodybuilding, Weightlifting and Fitness Federation, Cecil Mitchell. The Roger Boys Classic continues to be a key platform for Caribbean athletes to gain international recognition, and Grenada has once again proven that it belongs at the top. That's the sports at this time. We'll have more sports for you in our luncheon edition and, of course, our prime time event at 7. Stay with us. The weather forecast is up next.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
The latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Andre Charles at the forecast desk at the Morris Bishop International Airport. Good Monday morning to you, Andre.
Good morning to you and to listeners of General Public, and here's weather for today, Monday the 19th of May 2025. Currently, it is partly cloudy with some showers in and around the vicinity. Winds are from the southeast at 11 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 13.8 millibars, that's above normal and rising. Present temperature 28 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 85%. Yesterday's maximum temperature 29.5 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum 26.3 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 0.3 millimeter of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month to 40.8 millimeters. Now to have a look at the forecast for today and tonight. Today we expect some partly cloudy conditions with cloudiness increasing at times with occasional light to moderate showers. Maximum temperature 30 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 7 feet in easterly swells. Hence marine advisory remains in effect. Tides will be low at 7:45 a.m. and high at 2:45 p.m. Sunset today at 6:24, rises tomorrow at 5:42. Just to repeat the forecast, for today and tonight. Partly cloudy with cloudiness increasing at times with occasional light to moderate showers. And a maximum temperature 30 degrees Celsius, and the marine advisory remains in effect. I'm Andre Charles, report from the office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andre. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Thanks, same to you.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Meet Mom. She's not just the wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast and pack bags kind of mom. She also gets her fitness game on. Yeah, she's the don't let anyone forget anything kind of mom. At the same time, she's the runs her own business, clothes, and deals kind of mom who finds time to get down and boogie with the kids after school, remodel the house, bake cake, host dinner, and even play her favorite game at the end of the day kind of mom. So let's celebrate Mom, because to us, she's so much more.
11 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Grenada and the People's Republic of China to sign another technical agreement this week. In the region, 3 Caribbean countries eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV and syphilis. Internationally, Israel launches major Gaza ground operation as truce talks continue. And in sports, a proud moment for Grenada, and there's a plea for more support for bodybuilders here in the Spice Land. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Monday, May 19th, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive and safe day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada love story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grand Anse, Gittins Health and Wellness Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmota, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking Out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad compliments Classique Lighting Caribbean.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Hey parents, we all know children don't come with manuals, but you can step up your parenting game. Join the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Grenada National Council of the Disabled for an incredible series of community engagement. Discover essential topics like child abuse prevention, understanding discipline versus punishment, building healthy relationships, mastering parenting in the electronic era. Catch us in your community nightly from 6 to 8, starting in the community of River Sally on Monday, May 12th, at the River Sally Government School, Tuesday, May 13th, at the Mount Horn Community Center, Wednesday, May 14th, at the Willis Community Center, on Monday, May 19th, at the Anglican Government School in the community of St. John, and in the community on St. David on Tuesday, May 20th, at the Pomloose School. Enhance your parenting skills and create a brighter future for your children. Join us and step up today. Brought to you by the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
"17 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's Monday, so it's a Risers Day, which is almost every day with us here at the Josephine, you're coughing.
My apologies.
Yeah, you're coughing. You still take care. Give me your flu, you know.
I came with a residual cough, and you have a flu. Come on, behave.
All right. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. Coming off of a rough week.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flu battered me, I have to say.
No, this.
Yeah, the flu hit me left, right, and center.
There's something more than the flu in the flu.
I find so.
Yeah.
I really do find.
Yeah, it's.
But thank God I'm alive.
Healing is the children's
and doing
bread.
much better. It is.
Yeah.
We're claiming it.
And we're not stepchildren.
No, we're not. We are.
We are children.
Yes.
Yeah, so he takes care of us.
He does.
Good. So yes.
How are you?
I am recovering nicely.
Good.
I'm very, very thankful for that.
Good.
Say good morning to a good friend, Miss Wells of the Salisbury Road.
Hi, Miss Wells. How are you? Good morning.
Nice, good. I know she's watching. She's visiting. She should be returning. Well, she should be going back.
Okay.
Today. Yeah, but say good morning. She always, good. Lovely. All right. So this morning we're doing. Just want to look at. We know they had this financial seminar.
Yes.
In my home village of Corinth. It was, you just look behind the community center and you'll see.
And there you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
but let's backtrack a bit because Arisa started a financial wellness clinic.
Yep.
Which we hope to make
an annual event.
Yes. And so attending the financial clinic started by the Prime Minister, of course in his constituency, was a no-brainer. Us attending.
Yeah.
Get me right, I didn't say the clinic is a no-brainer. Us, our attendants, obviously once invited, we were going to be there. So we did represent, and we are thankful for the invitation. We are thankful to those who turned out and came to the Arisa booth so we could interact with them and inform and educate, because I noted that the Prime Minister said really a lot of it is about education. He said something that I want to zero in on. One person said to him, because she was seeking a loan, obviously it's a lower income, and she said, is that how they treat poor people? Because she was talking about the processes, and he said, no, that's how they treat everyone. But he did not mean it badly. He went on to explain why. Now, we were talking just last week before about the insurance and the reason. So if you don't understand the whys, you may think the process is long-winded. I'm not saying that we can't try to streamline and make it a little less cumbersome. But the truth is, these things are absolutely necessary. So he gave the scenario. This is a person who has 3 children. What if, God forbid, you were to die? You have no insurance to cover the home. And there goes, your 3 children are out on the streets. So just saying, while we're on that, this is the hurricane season. We're ushering in the hurricane season. Yeah?
Yeah.
And the rains have started. So we wanted to zero in on the reason for you wanting a loan. Sometimes it's straightforward. You want to buy a vehicle. Your vehicle has done its time, or you need transportation. You've never had transportation. Those of us who can, you just want a new car because you're tired of the old one. You're allowed to do that.
You need to pep yourself.
Yeah. So you bring everything, and you get the vehicle loan. But we are appealing to our members and those who would love to become members to try and simplify your loans. Let Arisa help you simplify your loans. By so doing, you can simplify your life. But you have to be honest with us. If you're going to simplify, you have to be honest with us, because you may have higher purchase. You may have borrowed from another financial institution, not necessarily a bank or a credit union. You may have little debts that, suppose a good godfather loaned you. Let's look at the person who the Prime Minister loaned $10,000. Because it's public, I'm just playing on it because there's no name. So it's okay to play on that. And she asked him, how can she pay him back? And he said, by saving $100 a month. That's okay. Not everyone would say that. You may find that you have to pay $1,000 a month. But when you come to us, we need to know all of this, because what we can offer you may end up being a band-aid for a deep wound that has festered and is festering, and we don't know that we have to dig deep. So you're still cash-strapped because you weren't totally honest. Now, how about projections? It's one thing to take the money, take the loan so that you can consolidate your debts. Let's use the hurricane season as an example. But if you look around at your roof, at your windows, a house can depreciate if we haven't been maintaining, obviously. Simple things like fly screens and doors and maybe a paint job. Yes, you can say that that's window dressing, but you need to keep the quality of your home. So you may also find that you needed an extra maybe 10, maybe 15. You didn't do that. So we simplify for you, and then you're going to a hardware store and you're doing higher purchase.
Yeah.
So you have more headaches.
Yeah.
So we're trying to say with the Simplify loan, when we say simplify, we mean simplify. Be honest. Because, like I said, they could have been a fairy godmother who loaned you XYZ. Don't be ashamed or afraid. We are sworn to secrecy. Our secrecy policy is a very serious one. We breach it and we'll be looking for a job. So let us take the problems on for you. I am not saying we have an easy fix for everyone, but we try as much as possible. So if you don't qualify for the loan now, or for the entire loan now, we may be able to work with you so that 6 months down the line, we give you a path. We put you on a path to
financial healing.
Yeah. You see, and eventually financial freedom.
From my experience in banking and so in the financial sector is that some people get intimidated when applying for a loan.
And that's what I'm trying to say. There's no shame in applying for a loan. Why do we have a loans department? I mean, how many of us were born with a gold spoon? How many of us had an inheritance from our parents? How many of us? How many of us had the education that we want to secure the job that we need? Some people had the education, yes, but they had to take a loan to get it. So there's no shame in coming to your loans officer with everything written down, every bit of paper, to say, I owe Mr. Williams this because when I was going to school, he helped me through that, but I have to pay him back. Come, be truthful.
Some folks are of the opinion that if I give them the full story, the picture is so bad that they will just say, we can't do it.
Yeah, but then the picture is bad for you. You remain there with what you call a bad picture, whereas we may just see you as someone who tried everything to make life work for you.
Hence the reason why it's called Simplify.
Yes.
Simplifying your life.
And even if it's not how we see you, it's what you need.
Definitely.
It is what you need. So let us simplify your loans, thereby simplifying your life. And let us stop putting a Band-Aid on the gaping wound. Because a Band-Aid is not what you need. You need some antibiotics. You need to get in there and dig deep.
You need surgery.
And see how you just may need surgery. So that is the whole idea behind Simplify. And as I say, it's a good time to think about your financial standing. Think about what you can and cannot do, why you're doing what you're doing, how bad or how good things are. And probably, it's never as bad as it seems, It really isn't. So you look at it and we cannot overemphasize the need for preparedness. We have been doing some hurricane tips on our Facebook page, disaster preparedness things, and we intend to continue. But take a look around and see. What about the tank?
Very, very
A
important.
simple
this time.
thing like a water tank and the system, the pump that you need. And if in the event that we have a hurricane and there's no electricity and there's no pump, then you may need to elevate the tank. So for those of us who think we have a pump at school, it's sitting on the ground. But you may need to elevate it because what if there's no power? So we had the experience of Beryl.
Not just Beryl. Right?
Well, we had Ivan and Beryl, but I say in Beryl because Beryl is the most current. Some people are comfortable. So it's not for everybody. But some people are really suffering. They're choking with death. They're juggling.
Yeah.
And the ball might fall. You don't want to juggle every day.
I was speaking with my manager here the other day, and I'm saying, listen, these things are happening. I said, how am I surviving? How am I making it? And she said, don't feel you're so special.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
Life happens.
And I said, wait, you know.
Life happens, and life is real. Life is real. Yeah, you have the children, you have to send them back to school. So you come to us and you don't give us the whole picture, and then when September reaches, your head in your hands, and you're not sure if you could take it off. So we want to help you to simplify your loans, try and consolidate where you need to so that you can have more cash in hand and live a more comfortable life.
But I must commend the team at Ariza for the sort of forward-thinking approach that, you all have proven yourselves to be an on-the-ground institution, meaning that you're listening. Even when people don't realize that you are listening and you are constantly formulating products, shaping them and remodeling them to meet the needs of the everyday man, and that is so commendable.
But you have to, because you live in the real world.
Yeah.
These are real cases, and for most people that you see at the top, they weren't born there.
Yeah.
They had to work their way up. So sad for the person who reaches up and doesn't remember where they came from.
Yeah.
But when you think of where you came from, then you know.
It's important that you do.
Or you see your brothers and sisters struggling.
Yeah.
It's not self-inflicted in a lot of cases. And as the PM rightly said, for the most part, people would love to be able to service their debts.
Someone says, Mr. Joseph, please ask your guest what is needed for a Grenadian from the diaspora to be a member with Ariza.
All right, so what I would say to that person is kindly send an email to us, and they would send you everything.
The email address?
Yeah, the email address will be msr@arizacu.com. That MSR, or diaspora@arizacu.com.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So, and of course, you can always get to us on 534-1111, or you can hit us up on the Facebook page.
Right.
So you send a message, and I guarantee you someone will actually send you the package so that you no longer have that issue. And come August, we will be with you out there.
In New York?
Again, we're going to talk about that another time, right?
All right.
I know once I sit here.
Could I be on that trip?
Oh, why not?
Okay.
Come right along.
Yes, of course. Josephine, it's always a pleasure to have you with us, and especially now with the season approaching and all the facilities that you all have. I coincidentally had the folks from, you remember that insurance that covers your loan?
Yes.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were here with me last week from St. Lucia, and we had a good conversation. COPEF, yes.
Dominica.
Yeah, they actually had a session in the current common. Unfortunately, because of the flu, I couldn't attend. I didn't want to go there coughing and sneezing and so forth. But this is timely information, and continue doing what you are doing, man.
Well, we will try. We will try to find ways and means to tailor our products to suit just about everyone's needs.
As always, bring back the love.
I will.
Yes.
Take care.
Everybody. Folks, we take a quick break. That was Ariza's slot this morning. We'll be back with more information after these messages.
You're 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50 plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Need to check your bill balance? Use the Grenlec mobile app. Open the Grenlec mobile app and tap the icon labeled Balances at the bottom of the screen. View your bill details, including your current bill balance, the due date by which you must settle your bill, the amount and date of the last payment you made. It's quick, easy, and available 24/7. Convenience at your fingertips.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm committed to us?
She made me feel some measure of warmth, maybe even passion. If I decide to do this, I'll be doing it for you, no one else.
Labukan presents Rivals, playing at Labukan Creative Center, GCNA Complex, all weekends in May, Saturdays 8 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m., and Deluxe Cinema Granville, Saturday, June 7, 8 p.m. Tickets from Grenadian Optical, Labukan, St. Andrew's Pharmacy, and Go to Fit at $75. Sponsors Bryden and Miners Limited, Knights Auto, Sandals, GBN, Republic Bank, Trios Auto, Corp Bank, and Huggins. It's Rivals by Francis Urias Peters. Don't you miss it.
You better come back, boy. You better come back.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. We've got 23 minutes within which we can have a conversation. I will not specify a topic, so I'll go straight to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yes, thank you very much. No, I would like to talk about, we have the noise. We have a noise law. We have I think it's called the Noise Pollution Act, where we have to be mindful of how loud we play our music. The music is supposed to be for the enjoyment of you. You're not supposed to impose your music on your neighbor. Your neighbor don't want to hear you gospel. They don't want to hear you dancehall. That is why we have a Noise Pollution Act that say you cannot pollute the air with music and infringe on people's space. We need to adhere to it. On top of that, you have businesses that must be given a permit to do amplified music, right? And when you get this permit does not allow you to play the music morning, noon, and night how you want, if you want, when you want. The music comes with boundaries. That permit you get from the government for amplified music businesses, it tells you how loud you could play the music. They call it decibel. It tells you 65 decibel in the day, no more than 30 decibel in the night, right? And it tells you when you have to cut off the music. Now, in Vendome, they have a new business day. From the time the business come, we can't sleep. We crawling into the bathroom to sleep. We crawling into the kitchen away from the bedroom to sleep. The wares shaking on the shelves in the night. The children study for CPE last week. They can't study. We have the bigger children that have exams now. They can't study. Okay? Now we have this. You cannot do this thing. You cannot have a new business in a neighborhood, a bedroom neighborhood. How the business was approved, we don't know. They have a new business in Vendome by Todd Bree, and we cannot sleep, so we cannot sleep, and we want help in Vendome. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. I do hope that the relevant authorities heard your concerns and take the remedial action to resolve that issue there. Good morning to all those of you out there in the diaspora. Good morning to Doc and Candy out there in Winterpeg. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Well, good too. Thank God for life. A major concern, well, I think it's a pain for me and for several other persons in the country, I should say all of us. Innocent, a pound of ripe banana is being sold for $6.50.
Wow.
And I ask, where are we so unconscionable? Are we so evil? Are we so godless? A pound of ripe banana in Grenada, once a premier banana producing country in the Caribbean. You are selling locally produced bananas to the populace for $6.50 a pound. And if you intend to buy, the scale is not even properly calibrated. You are going to buy it, and when you get home and you use a scale or you bring that calibrated scale, you are falling several ounces short. But I think this has a lot to do with greed and wickedness. Even some professed church people like myself, you cannot profess to love God and be so unconscionable. How could you be selling bananas that are produced here in the Spice Isle for $6.50 a pound? Jesus, have mercy. Have a nice day.
Thank you, caller. Pray for them. Pray for them. I mean, you could sell it what price you want, but I ain't buying it. That's the thing. I mean, I do agree. In setting prices, there are a number of factors that are involved, and they should be taken into consideration when coming to your price, especially goods that are not controlled. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent, and how are you today?
I am alive, not well, but I'm still thankful.
And how are you today? I have a complaint today.
All right. Could you lower down the volume of your radio?
Either Grenada or the Ministry of Works cutting down the trees at Providence and David and leaving all the big stems and the big junk of wood right in the drain. The rainy season is coming anytime now, and I will be flooded out.
Right, yes.
Flooded out. I need the authorities to send the relevant people to clean the drains. Please, big chunk of wood.
There was a big stone
in Providence in David.
Yeah, there was a big stone that was blocking a drain at one time. Was it removed?
Yes, the stone was removed. Thank God. About a week after they sent yes, it was.
Okay, all right. Thank you. All right. So the relevant authorities there, that has a lot to do with supervision, the road work supervision. Now, if you are a supervisor and you're managing the road work, it is important, it is imperative that you follow up the work that is done and ensure that it was done thoroughly. All right? There's no point in getting it done but creating another work. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I ain't doing too bad, How about you?
Well, I hear you're getting over the flu.
Yeah, man.
Bananas. Anyone wanting maybe a rock fig or a Gros Michel plant, they can get it with the rains coming in. I think it's going to catch nicely, and in the next few months, you're going to have your own bananas. Hopefully, you're smart enough to take out the suckers and spread them across your garden, and that's for the people who have a bit of space.
Right.
So again, if you want to plant a rock fig or Gros Michel, then just give me a buzz 414-7297.
How about 20 plants?
Huh?
How about 20 Gros Michel plants?
No. I don't have that many, but I do have a few that I can gift. The truth is, once you get one or two plants and you care for it, the magic happens after, because you'll be able to take out suckers and so forth. No, I say this because I love ripe bananas, I love mangoes. These are things I purchase, and yes, there are times when the price, it hits differently, but by far and large, because I decided to dirty my hands to actually make use of the space around me, I have my own bananas ripening.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's and that is where I think the solution lies, because people could put whatever price they want for their stuff, but if you are able to produce, then you don't need to hurt your head. $15 a pound of green peas. The amount of peas that stayed on my plants, and just yesterday I cut them and threw them aside. I have enough green peas in my fridge to last me until my next crop, right? And all I did
what you say was your number again?
414-7297 was about 15 trees.
Right.
I have tomatoes. I don't know what to do. We've started making ketchup, and all I had was about 10 plants. Listen, you don't need to do a lot of stuff to be self-sufficient to a certain extent.
Okay.
Plant one and just reach out, get some help, and so forth. Because the people who are setting the price, you can't beat them for that.
Okay.
If a man wants to sell 1 grain of fig for, do it. It's up to you to decide whether or not you want to eat your money or pay for it. I know it is unfair, it may even be unethical, but that's just the way it is. So if you want a rock fig, you want a Gros Michel, reach out and I'll make sure you get it. Have a good one.
Thank you, bro. Have a good one. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Let's accommodate this caller via WhatsApp. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hello, good morning, Innocent. How you doing?
I am alive and so very thankful. How about you?
I'm there, quiet like a lamb, but not for the slaughter.
I love this. Go right ahead.
Yes, and I want to tell you, I heard Josephine this morning.
Uh-huh.
And to let you all know that there is glue in the flu.
We are glue in it too?
Yeah, there is glue in the flu. It's sticking in your throat, man.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Yes. But Innocent, I sent you the pictures that I spoke about in Grenada with this wall. I think the McIntyre wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually passed and I saw it. I stopped. I was driving with my doctor and I said, stop, I want to see this. And yeah, it's that whole back wall that could fall.
Yes, it's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
And even the notice is not helping because, like I said to you before, even if planning put up a notice, there is nothing you can do once you're waiting in your vehicle in the traffic.
Definitely. And as a matter of fact, that is exactly what happened. The traffic happened to get stuck right around there. I said, let me look at this.
Yes. And an advertisement like the gentleman who spoke before me. I have organic ripe bananas for sale.
Okay.
People can place in the order on 420-1550.
420.
No, I do deliveries.
Okay.
So my banana is $3.50 a pound. I hope to decrease the price when I start getting more. But $3.50 for me is reasonable at this time, because labor. And then when you have to drop out transportation.
So you do deliveries. So the delivery cost is included.
But not if you're in Timbuktu, though.
Right.
I can meet you around town or whatever.
Okay.
But the price of bananas is ridiculous. No joke.
Yeah.
Produce in general.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Right. Have a good day.
Take care.
All right. Good. Bye-bye.
Blessing. Get rid of the cold.
Yeah.
With some onion innocent. And when you put it to sit down in a glass jar, you get honey and you pour it to cover the onion.
Okay. And drink that.
For 48 hours and keep it in your fridge. And every morning.
Take a sip.
Take a tablespoonful.
Okay.
About half an hour before you eat.
Wow.
You won't call me privately and tell me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Doc.
Blessings.
All right. Enough love. All right. Folks, it's 11 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you doing today?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Well, I'm alive and grateful. I just want to mention about the supervision of people doing work in the road.
Right.
People not paying attention. I don't know who like they don't have nobody to look and see what is happening. Some work was done by us by going by on St. Peter Street and Francis Street, and they couldn't get the pitch part to put the tar, but Saturday I think they did it, and it wasn't done properly at all. To make everything look nice and well finished, it was a chock and blow, and that would last no time. It wouldn't last no time, and 2 holes they full up. If you see, they make it like a big lump in the road. I don't know who looking at this thing when people doing this work. Okay. People just doing their own thing.
Okay.
It's time for us to get ourselves.
And what's the location you said? What's the location? What's the location that work was done?
Francis Street.
That's in town?
Friday Street in Guava.
In Guava, okay.
Yes,
all right.
People need to come and see what is happening, because as the rain start to fall, the edges, everything will just gone again. Money spent, money wasted. People have to take care of what they are doing. A lot of things doing and it's not properly done.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Have a good one. All right, folks. It's 9 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We take our final commercial break in the program. Then we come back and do the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
Meet Mom. She's not just the wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast and pack bags kind of mom. She also gets her fitness game on. Yeah, she's the don't let anyone forget anything kind of mom. At the same time, she's the runs her own business, closing deals kind of mom, who finds time to get down and boogie with the kids after school, remodel the house, bake cake, host dinner, and even play her favorite game at the end of the day kind of mom. So let's celebrate Mom, because to us, she's so much more.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Looking to Shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein with GPC Global. It's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Get ready, Grenada. The Maggie King of the Grill is back and bigger than ever. On Saturday, June 7th, Monroe's playing field transforms into the ultimate battleground for grill masters. Think you got what it takes? Then fire up those grills and show your skills. Registration closes Friday, April the 11th. So don't miss your chance to compete for that sizzling prize and bragging rights. It's food, fun, and flavor, all powered by Maggie. To register, call 407-8458. Maggie King of the Grill, where flavor rules. See you.
GBN presents the 2025 Maggie King of the Grill, Saturday, June 7th, Monrouge Plain Field from 11 a.m. Our partners, Maggie, the secret of great flavor, Grenada Distillers Limited, makers of Clark's Court, Grenada's #1 rum, Grenada Paper Products, makers of Cherish, Spring Soft, Harbour Bay, and Super Value Toilet Paper, and Royal, Quick and Easy, and Horizon Paper Towels, Budget Foods Inc., Classic Lighting, and Blue Bubbles PA Rental and Event Supplies. It's the 2025 Maggie King of the Grill, where flavor rules.
Hey GBN family, we've got a brand new home on Facebook and you need to be there. Follow us now on Facebook at Grenada Broadcasting Network -GBN. Stay updated with the latest news, sports, entertainment, and everything Grenada. Don't miss out. Like, follow, and share. Grenada Broadcasting Network. Stay informed, stay ahead. First with the news, fast with the updates.
Okay, welcome back to the conversation. Let's accommodate this call via our WhatsApp platform. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Innocent.
Hi, morning. Welcome to the program.
I have a problem with these small shops in the villages.
Okay.
This week, my husband went to buy a pack of cricks, in the tree in a packet. Could you imagine the shopkeeper charged my husband $8.50 for this packet of cricks, which is very unfair because I know in long ago we used to have price controller passing around in the shops and them to check on the prices, but I find the shopkeeper overcharged. I don't know. That's not the retail price because I purchased the same cricks in supermarkets and I pay $6 for it.
Okay.
And you charge the village $8.50.
Wow.
So to be done about this thing. I think you need the customs and whoever control to control these goods and them and the shopkeepers. Because they're charging.
That is a bit exorbitant in truth, man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a bit high. But then you have the option, whereas price control should, step in and do what they've got to do, but then you have the option of not buying.
Well, you see, if it was me, I would not take it.
Right.
But I want to take it because that's too much.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, thanks for your raising the concern, all right?
Okay.
Have a good one, yeah. Have a good day. Yeah, we really have to, really have to do better than that. Good morning, caller.
Hey, good morning, Innocent.
Hi, morning. How are you?
Hey, not too bad. How you been?
I am alive and thankful.
Okay, Innocent, I just want to reach Miss Totala Phillip. She's from Montrose. She lives in the United States in Brooklyn. Yesterday, she spent 158th birthday. So I just want to wish her a happy birthday.
How much?
105.
Oh, 105. You say 50th, you know.
105, sorry.
Okay, wow. And she's alive and well?
105. She's alive, well, and kicking.
Okay, wow.
So yesterday was her birthday, so I just want to be out.
That must have been a mammoth celebration, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so just reaching out to that.
Okay, thank you.
So you have a good day, my bro.
You too. Have a good one, bro. Have a good one. Yeah, good. Bye-bye. Good. Back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, morning, innocent morning to your viewers and your listeners. It seems we have a myriad of problems, and we need to go to the roots of it. And unless we move away from a culture of selfishness, greed, and all that, and move towards a culture of collaboration and solidarity, we will have this problem. You know, I mentioned it a number of times. The Reverend in the Maketul Evangelical Center years ago after Hurricane Ivan said that we are a nation of thieves, and to a large extent we are. Unless we address that, unless we, confess to ourselves, that we have not been as authentic and as sincere as we, appears to be, or would try to impress others, we will continue breeding more and more problems. We are asking people to plant more and so on. But once you plant, you have problem with PD larceny, or you have people with the animals coming and destroy. Something is wrong with the education that we are giving our people, the socialization. And if we rely on education from advertisement, whether it's through your radio station or TV, and also international media like CNN and so on, we will continue that. We have to come to terms with our people. Some people try to reach the stars, but we have to try and reach the village. And here's where we need to invest more into community engagement, community upliftment. These are kind of things we need, and these are low-hanging fruits. I keep saying that time and time. It would help us save the environment, save people from killing each other. We need to move in that direction. And it's not difficult. There are those of us who could help. Thanks.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so very much. And with that, folks, we've come to the end of the conversation for today. Those of you who called and participated one way or the other, thank you very much for your participation. And if the good Lord spare our lives and all goes well, we'll do it again tomorrow, same time, same place, same frequencies, channels, and platforms. I love you. Bye-bye.